Hey guys, today I want to talk about my initial impression of the new DCS World Normandy map and the 2.1 rendering engine updates. First, let's talk about the rendering engine updates. Wow. I mean, really wow. I spent nearly 2 hours producing the time-lapse and sunsets that you saw in the montage. From the sunlight to the reflections off the water, planes, trains, vehicles, and terrain, the immersion created from this alone is spectacular. I did a live stream a few days ago, and during the live stream, I started some missions where the lighting was set to high noon. While it looked great, I hadn't really experienced the level of immersion until I set the time to sunset. Loaded up a mission, and happened to have my plane perfectly positioned so that the sunset light reflected off the dash in the plane. My jaw totally dropped when I saw this. The next thing I noticed was the water. The water at first glance looks great, but as you get closer you realize that it actually has waves and whitecaps, and all of this is based off the wind conditions set up in the game. So if the wind is calm, the waves are calm. If the wind is, pretty violent, something over 25 knots, you get some pretty significant waves. After placing a couple boats in the water, I also noticed that, they move up and down and left and right and react to the waves in the water. And their bows splash the water up out of the way as they move through it. And it's really, really cool to watch. As I moved closer towards the land, from above, you can see what appears to be waves. But if you actually go down to the shoreline, if you fly low enough or strategically place the camera on the shoreline itself, you can actually see that there are waves being rendered. All of this detail is amazing and really adds to the immersion we all seek in DCS. Now, the land is incredibly detailed. The number of trees, hedges, buildings, cities, shipyards, roads, railways, airfields, all of it's really well done, very incredible to look at. Normandy and 2.1 are just what DCS needed to refresh itself in my mind. I know this map and era is not for everyone, but if you're on the fence about getting this map, I hope this video helps you make your decision. Now, what about performance? For me, the performance is pretty much on par with 2.0. Playing the Nevada map and playing this map, I get about the same frame rate. I do play in VR, and in VR, I noticed that I was actually able to turn a couple of the settings up higher than I am in the 2.0 version that's currently available today. Now, I do have a pretty beefy rig. I have a 1080 GTX, 6700K Intel, 32 gigs of RAM, and so on. So performance is going to vary on everybody's machine, but for the most part, I had pretty good success with this. I personally am really looking forward to the release of Normandy, and as somebody who plays mostly multiplayer, I look forward to seeing the kind of missions that the community can come up with. Now, before I go, I also wanted to show you what each of the planes I tried looked like inside the cockpit during sunset. The immersion from the lighting gets me every time, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions about anything here, or you want to see specific videos in the future, drop me a comment below. Hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when more content comes out, and I'll see you guys next time.